Hi everyone and welcome. If you're new to my channel, please click on the subscribe button. Today we're going to do a review about the Mars High Coverage Foundation of shade 6.5 and the Mars Cancel Concealer. So I've already done a comparison between the shade 6 and 7 of the High Coverage Foundation. 6 was actually lighter and 7 was darker, so both really did not suit me that well. But Mars has launched a 6.5 shade, so I wanted to give it a try. So today we'll see how 6.5 looks for my face, and we'll also see a shade comparison between the 6, 6.5 and the 7 shade. Also, we'll go ahead and review the Cancel Concealer from Mars. So let's get started. So first, let us start with the concealer. So as I said, this is the Mars Cancel Concealer and this is of shade 07. So this is claims to be a really full coverage concealer. So let's go ahead and try it today. Before using this concealer, I'm going to be using an orange corrector for my darker under eyes and for the pigmented areas, because directly if you use this concealer, for me it looks a little bit grayish. So I'm going to be using an orange corrector to show you how exactly this concealer looks on your skin. So for color correcting, I'm going to be using this Cover Rangers palette from Mars. So this has these many shades. So I'll be using the orange corrector from this. I'll use a little bit. Now let's use the concealer. So this is the shade 7, as I said. So it comes with this type of a wand. I'm not going to use much all over the face because we have to try the 6.5 foundation as well. Now I'll blend it with the concealer brush. So the formula is thick. It's giving a pretty good coverage. And it is blending in well as well. I think a little quantity is more than sufficient. You don't have to put this much. So this is giving a pretty good coverage, you can see here, and it has cancelled, the darker under eyes and the pigmented areas very beautifully. So let me give you a closer look. You can see here how well it has concealed, and it's giving you a full coverage. And the shade wise as well, I think it's really going on well. I usually don't use very light concealers. I use mainly for, covering the darker areas and the pigmentation on my face. So I think this shade is really good. Now let's move on to the foundation. So before using the 6.5 foundation, let's see a comparison between these 3 shades. So I'll just swatch it in my hand so you know the difference between the 3 shades, which is 6, 6.5 and 7. This is how the packaging is. The packaging is really good. I really love the packaging. As I said, I've done a detailed review of these foundations, the 6 and 7. This is shade 6. This is shade 7. This is 6.5. So when you see, there is not much difference between 6 and 6.5. 6.5 is a little warmer, but 7 is definitely a darker shade. So now let's use 6.5 all over my face to see if it suits my skin. The consistency of this foundation is really thick, so you need to blend in immediately after applying it. So I'm just applying on one side first. So as I said, this is very thick. Okay, so this is how the shade is. What I'll do is I'll use 6 on this side so we can see what is the difference between these 2 shades. This foundation gives you a really full coverage at this cost. This is really great. You can see the difference here. So how well, the coverage is. The blending part is actually difficult in this foundation. So that is the difference between 6 and 6.5. So 6.5 is actually better compared to 6. Very, minute difference, not too much, shade wise. This is a little lighter, but this is, better, a little bit warmer shade compared to this. So 6.5 would be an apt shade, if you are in my skin tone. And for reference, I use NC42 in MAC, and in Maybelline, I use 312. So I think the 6.5 would be a really good match. I'll just do one thing. I'll just set it better with a makeup sponge. So let me set this, base, the concealer and the foundation with a compact. And for that, I'm going to be using this Mars Silky Skin Powder, and I have the shade 03. This is actually a little bit lighter shade, I feel. So I'm going to use very little just to, set, the concealer especially. And for reference, on my lips, I have the lip gloss from Mars. This is highly pigmented lip gloss, and this is of shade Dragon Fruit. It stains a lot, as you can see here, but it is highly pigmented. So this is how it looks once it is completely set. So the concealer is definitely great. It gives you a really good coverage, and I've used it earlier, few days back. 2 days I've used it, and the coverage is like amazing. It stayed the whole day. But yeah, you need to use an orange corrector if you have darker under eyes and pigmented areas. If not, it will definitely turn grayish. Even if you use a darker shade, it will show grayish. So it's better to use an orange corrector. With an orange corrector, it gives a really good result. As you can see here, I really love the finish I got with this. It looks very natural, I feel. And the foundation 6.5 and 6, I don't see much difference. This is a little lighter compared to this, but I don't see much difference between 6 and 6.5. But 7 is definitely darker. So you can see here, it oxidizes as well, and see how much it turns darker. So 7 is definitely not the right shade. 6.5 and 6, it's a very minute difference you can see here. This is 6 and this is 6.5. But yeah, comparatively, 6.5 would be better. Once it oxidizes and gets settled, it will look better on your skin. It looks actually good on your skin, and it gives really full coverage, and it stays for a longer time. I have used it, as I said, it definitely lasts for the whole day. And for this price range, these two products are like just amazing. You should definitely give it a try. This is like one of the amazing foundations which I've used so far, and the concealer. Compared to the high end, this is definitely great. This is my review about the Mars Cancel Concealer and the High Coverage Foundation. I hope this video was useful and you liked it. If you like it, please click on like and subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching, and have a great day ahead.